Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to Post Cologne. Today I'm going to be unboxing 3 fragrance colognes, including the new Armaf Odyssey Limoni. Let's jump into it. All right, we are back with another unboxing first impressions video of 3 new fragrance colognes that I recently picked up. We've got one of the new Armaf Odyssey releases, pretty excited about that. We have a Maison Alhambra, and we have a new fragrance house that I have not tried before from a local here in Canada, going by Vach Cittoni, so pretty excited to try his stuff out. So links are gonna be down in the description if you decide you wanna check any of these fragrances out. Also have a bunch of coupon codes to save yourself a few bucks off a variety of different discounters if you decide to shop with them. So let's quit screwing around and let's get into it. All right, kicking things off, going to the house of Vach Cittoni, and it's Vach Cittoni's 11. Now you can scoop this up from their website for $90, but they've also offered me a coupon code to save yourself 20% off the website using code PC20. Not an affiliate link, I don't get any kickbacks whatsoever from this. This is just to help you guys save a few bucks off your purchase if you decide you want to shop with them. And another little fun fact from them, they are also donating to the Movember charity, for those that are aware of that charity out there. Each purchase they're donating, some of the funds go right to that charity. So that's awesome. I like seeing that kind of stuff. So don't know much about that aside from that, so let's dive in, shall we? All right, where we have the box presentation for Vach Cittoni's Lux Official 11. Nice box presentation, big, thick, heavy cardboard on it. Has some kind of hidden little designs and logos that are in there, and overall extrait de parfum. So this is a nice juice here, and it does slide off like so. Interesting. We got ourselves a bag here, and oh, I know what this is. This is just a little travel atomizer I can load up. Yeah, comes with a little travel atomizer. You can load that up if the camera will pick it up. Awesome. Didn't expect to see that in there. All right, now we're getting to the bottle presentation. Comes in this nice kind of velvety bag, and all right, there we have the bottle presentation for Vach Cittoni's 11. Nice looking bottle on this, just kind of a rounded corner square that's going onto this, kind of a cube shade on that. All the notes listed on the side. Cap on this, kind of a mix of some metal and some plastic, a little bit of a lightweight to it, but it's got some thickness to it, won't crush in my powerful hands. And the atomizer on this bad boy, is that pressurized? Ooh, pressurized atomizer, hell yeah. Bonus points for a pressurized atomizer. So overall presentation on this, pretty nice. But what does it smell like? So right off the rip, just smelling this in the air, really nice, inspired by interpretation of that Creed Green Irish Tweed. That's the first thing I'm picking up here. Has that mint, has this really nice soft violet that's going on to it. Just has this, a bit of like a creaminess almost to it. It's a very kind of soft, gentle style of opening to this, but it has that nice citrus in there, that nice florals that are growing onto it, and just has that kind of clean, fresh Green Irish Tweed kind of vibe going on to it. But let's get this on paper. Let's dive in. Yeah, so right off the rip, just smelling this off paper, a little bit different than it was in the air. You're really getting the mint that's coming off the paper right here, mixing with some nice zesty lemon that's there, and you are getting that violet. Nice, soft, kind of gentle style of violet. So has that sweetness, it has that kind of fresh spice, but it's almost kind of like a spearmint. It has this, like I said, kind of a softness to it, but it's still got that minty profile, but it's adding some sweetness, and that lemon zest kind of contrasts off against that softness, kind of giving it an uplifting feel, but really nice. This is really great quality in the air right now. As it's opening up a little bit more, you're getting some ambroxan coming up from the base, and you're also getting a really nice, smooth style of sandalwood that's mixing in really nice with that violet. And this mint note that's in here is really nice. This is a great mint that's coming across. So it's got that fresh spiciness, but it's got a little bit of sweetness as well, but it's a really nice, dominant mint that's playing really well with that floral touch to it, that nice creamy sandalwood that's working into the base, giving it that woody touch, and that ambroxan giving everything a bit of a cush. Just super smooth with like a nice balance between those, that sweet accord with some of those florals. The textures in this are really nice. I'm digging this one. This is very nice. Yeah, this is definitely a really nice twist on that Green Irish Tweed style of DNA. And like I said, the quality and the smoothness of this is really nice, and I'm really digging that mint profile. But let's skip to the dry down, see how this unfolds, and we'll go from there. All right, back with the dry down of Vach Cittoni's 11. Been about an hour. Let it settle down, do its own thing. I skipped over this, but I have to show you this because this came with the packaging. But this little travel atomizer it's quite slick. It's just kind of opens like a lipstick, and then you can pull it out like that, and you can bring along a little fragrance with you when you have one of these. So nice little added bonus to the box that I was playing with during the dry down here. Really nice dry down on this one. It's very smooth style of fragrance. That mint has stuck around a little bit, but it has faded into the background. And it's really about this violet, this ambroxan, the sandalwood that's come through. A little bit of iris has also kind of showed up and mixed with that violet, but it's really about that nice, soft, sweet style of violet that's mixing in there. A little bit of a green touch that works its way in there, just a smooth, creamy sandalwood and that ambroxan push to it. It's a really great kind of interpretation inspired by of that green Irish tweeds from Creed, and I'm really digging this one. And it is quite strong. When I came back into the room here, like this is absolutely the first thing I smelled of these 3 fragrances I'm doing today. And I think the performance on this is going to be fantastic. It is an extrait de parfum, so I have high hopes for this one. So really impressed for my first introduction to this fragrance house, and definitely think it's worth checking out. That's Vach Cittoni's 11. All right, next up, going to the house of Maison Alhambra with Maison Alhambra's Matière de Bleu. Now, this one is a certified cheapie. You can pick this one up for like $16, $18 at discounters, and I'm assuming this is gonna be a Bleu de Chanel style of cologne, so I don't know, let's just dig in and find out, shall we? All right, there we have the box presentation for Maison Alhambra's Matière de Bleu. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. I think every fragrance in this unboxing I'll be pronouncing wrong. Typical cardboard box, take a look at the bottle. All right, there we have the bottle presentation for Maison Alhambra's Matière de Bleu. Looks very similar to the Bleu de Chanel style of bottles. Nice thick heavy glass on this, kind of a chiseled edge, a little bit of a rounded corner on it. Cap on this, lightweight plastic, maybe a little bit of metal in there, but for the most part it's pretty plastic, but has some thickness and won't break in my powerful hands. And the atomizer on this sucker. Ooh, uh-oh. Short sprays, it's a little wide, but I don't know, this might take a little bit to get on you, so it'll get the job done eventually. But what does it smell like? So right out the gates, just smelling this in the air, definitely going for that Bleu de Chanel style of DNA. It's maybe a twist or a hybrid of like the EDP, maybe the Parfum, somewhere in that neighborhood. You're getting that citrus, you're getting that ginger, the mints there. A little bit of some woods going on. The pink pepper as well really has that shower jelly blue sort of vibe going on to it, but it's definitely going for that Bleu de Chanel. So let's get this on paper. Let's dive in. Yeah, so right off the rip, really nice citruses that are there. There's grapefruit, there's that lemon, this pink pepper note, so it's added some sweetness to it, a little bit of a fresh spice going on. It plays really nice with this ginger note, so again, kind of adding some more fresh spice, kind of elevating that citrus note, but it still has that kind of blue feel going on to it, a little hint of some woods going on. So this is nice. This is EDP, Parfum kind of territory at this moment. It's definitely a hybrid of some of the Bleu de Chanels that's going on right here, but undeniably a Bleu de Chanel clone. As it's opening up a little bit more, those citruses are sticking around, but you're getting a little touch of some florals, like a white floral touch around the edges. There is a little hint of some incense coming forward, so it's got that kind of churchy incense vibe mixing with some nice woods, some like sandalwood, a little bit of cedar, kind of like a wood medley of sorts that's it's just all starting to kind of rest on, but very shower jelly blue, has that nice citrus in there, some fresh spicy pops to it, and just kind of an overall woody profile. So it is really nice. It smells very much like Bleu de Chanel, and they're doing a good job so far. But let's skip to the dry down, see how this unfolds, and we'll go from there. All right, back with the dry down of Maison Alhambra's Matière de Bleu. Been about an hour. Let's settle down, do its own thing. It got a little bit deeper. The woods have come forward a lot more. There's a little bit more muskiness that has come through, but it's still maintaining that kind of shower gel blue freshness that's going on. Just a slightly bit darker as those woods have come out. Still has that incense kind of wisping around it. You're still getting a bit of that fresh spicy ginger that's there. Hints of that citrus, but they really have kind of faded into the back, kind of bringing down that fresh aspect of it. But through and through, this is a decent clone twist of that Bleu de Chanel style of DNA, and I am digging it. It is a little faint off the paper. It's not pushing off too hard, so I'm not sure how the performance is going to be on this. I have my doubts, and it's a good Bleu de Chanel clone. Personally, I would spend a few more bucks to get like the Armaf Club de Nuit Iconic. That's one of my favorite Bleu de Chanel style of DNA. This one's a little bit darker, a little less fresh and sparkly as that one, but for, what did I say? $16, $18, I think this is a great cheapie. Again, pending performance, it's questionable at this point, but it smells fantastic, so might be worth checking out. That's Maison Alhambra's Matière de Bleu. All right, last, but hopefully not least, going to the house of Armaf with Armaf's Odyssey Limoni. Now I scooped this up from Fragrance Buy, Perfume Online, Fragrance Buy for $30, one of those two. I can't keep it straight sometimes. Don't know much about this one. I'm assuming this is gonna be one of those Louis Vuitton style of clones that's been very popular. They have afternoon swims, the imaginations, all that jazz, but let's dive in, figure it out, shall we? All right, then we have the box presentation for Armaf Odyssey Limoni. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Typical cardboard box, has the kind of the shape of the bottle there, a bunch of leaves going around there, but nothing too special. Let's check out the bottle. All right, and there we have the bottle presentation for Armaf Odyssey Limoni. Your typical kind of like canteen style of bottle, but you know, cap stays on there fairly well. I wouldn't shake that too much. Got kind of like a puffy, like kind of soft, cushy little jacket that's going onto it. Little straps going around the side with that leaf pattern there, and overall, nice bottle presentation. Cap on this is the typical Armaf Odyssey style of cap. It's a thick plastic, but shouldn't crush in my powerful hand. And the atomizer, these can be so hit or miss. I'm hoping for we got a good one here. It goes a decent distance. It's still a little bit on the weak side. These atomizer on these bottles are always a little on the weak side. What does this smell like? So right off the rip, just smell this in the air. Really nice citrus profile that's going on to it, but it's not what I expected. I was expecting this to be a little bit more of a sharper citrus that you're getting with some of the other clones, like the Paris Corner North Stag Quatre. I was kind of anticipating that, but there's a nice sweetness that's going on in the air to this. So it's got this kind of like candied orange sort of vibe going on to it. So I'm liking it. Let's dig in. Let's check this out. Yeah, so right off the gate, just smells off paper. A little bit more citrusy off the paper, but it's still got that sweetness going on to it. So it has this sweet orange, it's got this lemon that's going on to it, bit of a tartness to it. So it's got some bergamot that's kind of poking through, giving it a little bit of a sharper aspect and kind of pulling that sweetness down ever so slightly, and a little bit of like fresh spicy ginger that's kind of sitting in behind that, kind of elevating those citruses. But it's got a nice balance of some sweetness that's going on to it, and I'm digging it. As it's opening up a little bit more, it's taking on this kind of watery style of feel to it. So it's like this marine style of wateriness that's going on to it. Almost kind of like a tea that's going on to it as well. So it has some added sweetness that's going on. A little bit of a floral touch as well that's mixing in really nice with the citrus. So it's adding kind of like a softness to that kind of like sharp citrus edge to it, but it's kind of still elevating that sweet profile that's going on with that sweet orange. The fresh spicy ginger, again, is there. It's not like super dominant. It's kind of sitting in the background, just adding a little bit of character to it. But there's this really nice kind of watery, aquatic kind of texture that's going on to it. That's playing really nice with those citruses and that kind of that soft floral touch. This is nice. Yeah, this is a really nice citrus fragrance. I like the sweetness that's coming through. I like that wateriness that's there. It's not like watered down, but it's just kind of like this lightness for these kind of citruses to kind of float together and kind of intermingle with those sweetness, that tartness that's going on, a little bit of a fresh spicy aspect. I think it's all gelling together really nice. Great summer style of fragrance. But let's skip to the dry down, see how this unfolds, and we'll go from there. All right, back with the dry down of Armaf Odyssey Lemoni. Really nice dry down on this one. A little bit more amber and musk has come through in this dry down, and it has this tea that's come through quite a bit more as well, mixing in with those citruses. So it has like a very kind of like iced tea sort of vibe going on to it with that sweet orange that's there. There's that fresh spicy ginger that's just giving it a little bit of a pop, a little bit of a added character to it that's kind of just livening up those citruses. But it has this nice level of sweetness to it, this kind of nice watery texture, the ambery kind of warmth almost that's going on to it, but it's still kind of like a cool, refreshing summer drink sort of feel going on to it. And I am digging it. It is like in the neighborhood of those Louis Vuittons, like maybe the afternoon swim, but I'm finding this a little bit sweeter. I'd have to get my nose on that and kind of do a side-by-side comparison again, but I'm finding this has like a sweet aspect to it that's not as sweet in some of the Louis Vuittons. So I'll have to get back to you on that one, but it's definitely in that genre, definitely in that neighborhood, and I'm digging this. This smells really, really nice. It's a shame that we're now in the fall, almost the winter time here in Canada, and this is not going to fit the bill necessarily, but it'd be a great gym fragrance perhaps. But pretty impressed with this one. Not sure how the performance is going to be. It's not blasting off the paper, but I can still smell it fairly well, so it might be an average performer at best, but I'll have to get back to you guys, let you know. So overall, for 30 bucks, I think Armaf has continued with their Odyssey series, putting out another good fragrance, and Lemony is no exception. That's Armaf's Odyssey Lemony. All right, so there you have it. That's 3 new fragrance clones, my unboxing first impressions, but I want to hear from you guys. What's another fragrance that you want to see me do an unboxing for? Comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. I love getting your different recommendations, your hidden gems, different taste and scent profiles. Appreciate you. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time.